Yes, first off, would like to thank Commissioner Gill and the Sunbelt staff for this great event in a great city. The one thing that we did not account for was our budget coming here feeding these two guys last night. So we're going to have to raise a little more money when we get back home to cover that bill. But thank you to the media for all your support covering us, giving our players, our programs, and our conference the great media coverage. I would like to thank Brad Smith, Christian Spears, and our whole administrative team at Marshall for giving me the opportunity to come home and be the head football coach in the great state of West Virginia. So very, very excited about that. And as you all know, we have a story like no other at Marshall. Marshall has won at every level. Everybody's asked me today, what's your expectations? And my expectations, our fan base expectations, and our player expectations are all aligned. We want to win a Sun Belt championship. We do have a lot of work to do, and but we're going to work our tails off to get that done. Would like to thank our fan base. Our fan base is special. We had over 10,000 at our spring football game. We've sold more season tickets than we have in the last decade. So people are excited about what we're doing at Marshall right now. And I think it helps, too, that 8 members of my full-time staff, counting some off-the-field guys and our on-the-field coaches, are from the state of West Virginia or played at Marshall. So there's a lot of ties to that state. And then we have some, obviously, a lot of our players from the state of West Virginia. So I think the fan base is excited. We've got people that want to be there. You've got a head coach now at Marshall that wants to be there. And we are going to do everything in our power to continue to have success there. I want to introduce 2 of my players I brought with us, Jalen Slappy from Columbus, Ohio. He's a redshirt junior, returning offensive lineman. And then Cam Smith from Cleveland, Ohio. He's a redshirt senior. These guys represent Marshall the right way. They've done everything right up to this point, academically, on the field, off the field, community service. They're the kind of guys that we want representing our program. But great young men, and I hope you guys get to spend some time with them today to get to know them a little better. Talked a little bit about my coaching staff. My offensive coordinator, Rod Smith. Rod and I worked together at Michigan, Arizona, WVU. Rod was my college roommate in my wedding. Rod's done a great job. Jacksonville State is the offensive coordinator the last couple of years. And then Shannon Morrison, our defensive coordinator. Shannon and I, again, go way back. Shannon's from West Virginia, played at Marshall, was on a national championship team. Shannon is really good. And then our special teams coordinator is Jackson White, played at Marshall, was with me at NC State. And so, got a good core of guys. We had one holdover, Ralph Street, our defensive line coach, does a great job. Ralph can recruit just like the rest of our staff. So, but I know you guys have heard it all day yesterday, probably this morning as well, but we have 72 new players. We got 54 out of the portal, and we have 18 high school kids that have came in. So, we're at 72 to start fall camp. Hopefully it stops there, that we don't have to go get anybody else. But we will be at 105 starting camp. And but really, really excited about how our team works, how our guys have bought into our culture, and they understand how special Marshall is and what we play for. We play for the name on the front of our jersey, not the back, and our guys have bought into that. So, but with that, I will open it up for any questions, and we'd be happy to answer anything you guys have.
We'll now open the floor for questions. Once again, for those of you in the room, if you have a question, please raise your hand, and our buddy Emmanuel Peppis will get a microphone to you. For those of you on Zoom, please type your questions into the chat, and we'll read them here in the room.
Hey, Coach. Tyler Kennett from the Herald Dispatch in Huntington. I know in the spring you talked a lot about how important retention is in that spring portal phase. I guess now that we're getting close to the fall, how would you assess how well you guys did with that, and just how some of those new guys who did come in during that part of the year, how they've been meshing together?
Yeah, we did a really good job of, our staff did a great job, and some of our leaders on our football team did a great job of holding guys there. We tell them the doors don't lock from the inside, so, you're not locked in here. If you want to leave, leave, because I want people that want to be at Marshall and be a part of our family. And we lost two guys, two starters. We lost our starting long snapper and our starting kicker after spring ball. One went to Arizona State, the other went to North Carolina. We've replaced those guys. We got Lorcan Quinn, our kicker from Ireland, 24-year-old freshman. So excited about Lorcan. He speaks, he's got a good Southern West Virginia drawl, so he fits right in there. But no, it's going to be fun with those guys. And then we have a couple long snappers that will be competing for the job. And then we brought in Adrian Norton from Akron, a wide receiver, a very good player, put up some big numbers a year ago. But he's been in with us over the summer. And those are, we had a couple other guys that right now are just, we're going to see where they're at during fall camp. But I know Adrian can help us. Tony Mathis is a running back that we got in the spring portal that's a real guy. He's played at the highest level, college football, and have had success. So we're really excited about Tony. He's a big kid, runs really hard, and he's a great young man.
Coach, Sparty Laughlin here with KTSW San Marcos. You talk about how your offensive and defensive coordinators, they've been with you for a while, have ties with West Virginia and Marshall. How important do you think that is, having guys on your staff that have been in the Thundering Herd program before and, kind of know what it takes to be a part of that program?
Yeah, that was my whole goal on hiring a staff, is I wanted people, number one, that wanted to be there, and number two, that have some knowledge of what we do, because again, our story is different than any other in college football. With the history of our football program, it's a special place, and you want people there that understand the culture and the fan base. And you can walk down the street at any time in Huntington, West Virginia. You're going to pass somebody on the street that's going to stop me and say, "Hey, Coach, my grandfather was on that plane. Hey, Coach, my dad was on that plane." And you want the right people representing what this university, what our state, and what our football program's all about. So it was very, very important to me to get those kind of guys. And Rod and Shannon, they're not only good football coaches, but they're good people. They're good husbands, they're good fathers, and they care about our kids. And that was important to me.
We've got a question on Zoom from Ben Anderson at WMUL-FM for Coach. You mentioned this earlier, with so many new players on the roster, how is this team adapting thus far? And as a second question, what's your quarterback battle looking like right now between Zion Turner and Carlos Del Rio Wilson?
Yep, we'll address the quarterback situation. Right now, Carlos Del Rio, if we played today, he would be our starter. He earned that coming out of spring. But Zion is going to compete. And, we're about to hit a great stretch here. I think this is the best time of football in August camp. There's no classes. There's no hour rule. So we get to spend a lot of time with these guys. And, we're going to bond those guys together, do the best we can. We've done a lot of things in the off season. One thing that we are doing next Thursday, we're going to close the streets in Huntington, and we're going to run to the cemetery. We're going to remember and honor the guys on the hill, and then during fall camp we'll watch the movie We Are Marshall to get some bonding going with these guys. And but we have a lot of work to do. And then the other guy too, I know he asked about Carlos and Zion, but the other kid that it will be competing is Ja'Kai Long. Ja'Kai Long is a legacy at Marshall. His dad played there. Ja'Kai throws it really, really well. He's got 4 years of eligibility. He redshirted a year ago. But I think that Ja'Kai is the future of our program. He's special.
Zoom question from Paul Swan from WRVC AM in Huntington for Jalen. As one of the returning veterans on this team, what's been your role in the transition under Coach Gibson? And as a follow-up, do you feel you've become more of a leader on this team?
My role has been just getting the guys together and creating a brotherhood, really. I feel like last year we had a real special team, real special brotherhood. No matter what the coaches were, it don't matter what type of coach we had, what coaches we had a real good brotherhood, really. So I'm just trying to get the guys to understand that it's about us at the end of the day. We got to go out and execute. We got to go out and play every play, play every snap. So I'm trying to get the guys to understand that, really. And with us being how we are now, I just feel like we're really in a really good spot. Like, we have, every year we get picked to be the lowest seed, to be this seed. It doesn't really matter about that. It's about how we go out every play and how we go out every game and just go out and fight. I really understand that, and that's one of the reasons why I stay, because this team, this university, this school just has a lot of fight in them. And, like, that's what we need, really.
As a follow-up question for both Jalen and Cam, what's been your experience been so far under Coach Gibson up to this point?
Well, my experience coming from, I've been here in 4 years, so my experience has been really well. I always say this about Coach Gibson: he's real genuine. He's not a lying guy. He's a real honest man. And, like, the difference is between, like, he's bringing in a Power 5, more of a Power 5 way to deal with the G5, really. And I really like that, like practices in the morning, or like the way how we go about lifts. We lift more than last year. We've been lifting 4 times a week, and I feel like that's been helping. Like, I gained muscle I never thought I had. I've been faster. I've been stronger. That's really it, really.
My experience has been good. I'm one of the guys that transferred in January, and like he said, like Coach Gibby keep everything transparent. Like, he always kept it real with me, and I really like how they invest in us. Like me, I came in at a $188, and now I'm at a 205. So this shows like we be putting in a lot of work, and I changed my body a lot than what I was last year, and I like that.
Zoom question for Coach Gibson from Paul Swan. What have been the challenges you've had to overcome at this point as a first-year head coach?
Where do you want me to start? We got another hour to go here, but it's the thing that you do the least as a head coach right now is coach football. So obviously we all have challenges of raising money. We have challenges of retention of our rosters. So, and again, I got there and I didn't know if we were going to have enough for spring ball or not. We ended up with 108 guys on our first spring practice. So our staff got after it. We signed the majority of our football team in that winter portal. And, but again, the things that make Marshall of who they are and who we are the people there. And with our president, our AD, our staff has made this transition so easy for us. And whatever we need, they're there to help. We're all going to have challenges. It is what it is right now. And we all have to accept it and move on, or we're going to get left behind. And our school's ready to adapt to all the new things, and we are as a staff, and our players are. So, we have to just put our head down and keep grinding it out and go with it.
Another question for Coach from Zoom. You lost your quarterback, your top 5 rushers, your top 4 receivers, and 4 offensive line starters, and then lost 16 of your top 17 tacklers from last year. Which is the bigger challenge?
Is that it? So we knew that, and but here's the key to all this. How are we going to respond? Obviously, we are Marshall for a reason, and what we have to do is we have to get the guys that fit us, that want to be a part of us, and want to fit in to something bigger than themselves. And that's how we attack this out of the portal. And, our goal is we're going to get after people on defense, and we're going to try to establish the run game on offense. And I want a physical football team. People that do not fit in well with me and our team are lazy and soft people. And I want loyal people as well And they're going to have to fit into what we're doing, or they're not going to be a part of us.
Coach, you're in a very unique situation. Normally, the defending champion has a big target on their back, but I don't know that anyone knows a whole lot of familiarity. Just how have y'all addressed that as a coaching staff going into camp?
We haven't even talked about it. What we have to do is we have to win the day. We have to stack days. I tell these guys all the time, let's win on Monday, and then let's win on Tuesday, let's win on Wednesday, and we're just going to keep stacking days and getting better. Don't listen to all the noise. I don't care where they pick us, because there's two things. You're going to prove people right, or you're going to prove them wrong. Well, I know what I want to do, and I know what our football team wants to do, and so we're excited for the challenge. We're excited to be in this league with great coaches, great programs, great players, and we're going to go out and compete every week, and let's see where we're at.
Sparty Laughlin, KTSW San Marcos. This question is for both Jalen and Cam. Obviously, a lot of people coming in this season. How do you think that the team has kind of gelled this offseason, looking forward into this season?
I feel like they've been doing better than I expected, really. With all the new guys, everybody not been playing with each other, they've been doing way better than I expected, especially this summer. Like Coach said, he feel like the biggest part is fall camp. Because of the no school, you got so much time in strictly football. I feel like for us as a team, as a brotherhood, it's summer, because that's the closest part y'all can get. That's where you really establish that brotherhood. All the transfers come in. And I feel like they've been doing really well with it, especially the offense. We go out every time. We do stuff that when they ask, they don't even ask us. We just do it just because, especially the offensive line. The offensive line has been the closest I have been around in the 4 years I've been here. Like, it's crazy to say that, but it just has been super close, a brotherhood already. In the summers, we still got a week left, and I feel like we've been doing a really great job at it.
Yeah, going off what he said, like we just been like getting close with each other. We started off slow in the spring because like everybody was getting used to the transition and everything. But at where we are now, I feel like we close enough to like we understand each other now. And like you said, we still have a week left, and going to fall camp, we just want to get even closer because we added new guys. But like you said, we're really close. Like I can talk to anybody in any position group at any time. Like you said, we all go out together, no matter what position group, and I feel like that's good because like the relationships you build like off the field and on the field, they help you like when we out there playing with each other on Saturdays.
Coach, Tyler Kennett from Herald Dispatch. Is there a primary focus when it comes to fall camp? It feels like, hearing Coach Beck talk about how paramount it is to kind of be self over everyone else at this point, where there's so many teams that are changing so much every year that it seems, I feel like that's every camp really, but you want to make sure that you have yourself right before you worry about anything else, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit and worry about our first opponent. Hell, if I did, I wouldn't sleep. Obviously, we got Georgia right out of the gate. So what I'm going to do is focus in on Marshall. I'm going to focus in on how good can we get from day to day, and that's how I'm going to measure it. And these guys will tell you, I'm very transparent. After practice, I tell them if it's not a good day, if one side beats up the other side, I let them know. And I want everybody to understand where they stand. I'm not that kind of coach that's going to tell that a boy, you have a great job, way to compete today. No, I'm going to tell them the truth. And we're going to get better from that every single day. Sometimes those are hard conversations. And I don't want anybody in our program comfortable with the players. I want them to be on edge, to compete every single day and get pushed by their backup. And that's our job as a staff, to be able to do that.
With no more questions from the room, Coach and Jalen and Cam will be available for one-on-ones after we complete here. Coach, guys, we appreciate it. Good luck to you this season.